This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are only going to have one video, but it's going to be a good one, I promise. It's been a really off night for me. I couldn't quite get a decent game, so I jumped into Death Star for one last final effort to try to get a good game before I have to go to work tonight, and this happened. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. I think you guys are going to like this one. And it's not just me. That's the best part. You guys thought it was all about me, but it's not. It's not. I'm all alone, but I'm not really. And it's not another bull guy. It's not even a friend. But dude comes in at the end and does some pretty good stuff. So we're in the Death Star, which means we're gonna go over here. I don't want to push all the way right, and I don't want to push all the way left. I'm gonna kind of sit in the middle and try to help both sides if I can. So yeah, so we're gonna do our absolute best and see if we can't just ruin a couple people's games. Here I thought I was gonna let that guy go ahead of me, and then he kind of turned behind me, so I ended up stopping him. That wasn't my plan, but you know, it happens occasionally. But initially, I'm always looking straight right, because as soon as they would spot him, I'd be able to have a shot. But unfortunately, the Reds decided that wasn't something they wanted to do this time. And you can see the left side of the map, there's only two medium tanks, and they're both low tiers. And both of them are like, dude, figures, all the guys in Tier 10 lobby go to the same direction, and, you know, that whole normal thing. But that being said, the guy that's saying that, I believe, is in an M51 HMH. The Super Sherman, what do you want to call it? And he's going to actually do pretty well, or at least not die early is what I'll call it. Not die early. Die at an inopportune time, but not die early. So we're just going to get here, and he's like, yeah, everybody just line the ridge line and take pot shots. And I'm like, just thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, relax. The game just started. Like, you didn't get shot, nothing's bad, you realized you were in a bad spot. But we've got shots from this location, and it gives me gaps in between the building like this. Wait for it. Oh, he almost gave it to me. Ooh, hello. How you doing? Oh, I was so tempted to shoot right there, but I knew he would fix it and get back, and then I fire. Pow! 1,338 damage. That was a paddling. So we've got an E50M. We've got a light tank. Both pushing the left side. And then they're getting their butts kicked, so they're falling back. Then we have this E-Hundo pushing in. And you see, I'm looking at all the gaps in between the buildings, and wait for it. Ooh, shoot, that was a terrible shot. I kind of just panic pulled the trigger there. I should have waited, because he would have given me another opportunity to delete him, and kind of rushed it there, but it is what it is. The Fatherland went full goofball, and our next medium tank is following him. Like, I don't get it. You guys are tier 8s. You already said, or you already heard the guy say that this is stupid, that nobody's with you. Ooh, shot through the window. Pow! Oh, just 644, but still, a good shot through the window to damage that guy just a little bit more. And you can see the Wizzy taking shots in this general location. Not sure who he was shooting at, or if he was just trying to put his feelers out there, see if he could catch me. But it didn't work, obviously. And now this E100 is doing the exact same thing that the other two guys did to throw their tanks away, except he's on, you know, against me. So I'm just trying not to get spotted, because I know they're well within my view range, or spotting range, so they can definitely spot me. Sure enough, though, he's looking right at me, and I'm like, I'll finish him. And I low roll the ever-living crap out of him. 459 into the turret of an E100, really. Now, I'm getting hit by, I got shot at by the E50 and then hit by the Wizzy light tank. Because, you know, Wizzy light tank didn't get spotted until after he shot me. But, that's definitely a thing. Now, we have a heavy tank behind me. We have that HMH over by the Arty. And, everybody's getting a little, ouch. God darn it, quit shooting me! Quit blowing holes in my tank! I just want to have some fun, fellas. Relax. Just a game. Why you gotta shoot me? So yeah, as you can see, we have that heavy tank that was behind me has now pushed up to the left side, which was a very good move because he's got a T-57 Heavy. Now that T-57 Heavy is going to end up coming in clutch, like no joke. So get ready because we're going to witness some fun. I'm already almost half health. There's a long ways to go though, guys. This match is actually going to take a while. And I'm actually running up against the clock on trying to get to work here, so I'm going to end up probably boogieing out pretty quick as soon as I get this recording done. But I wanted to get it so that I at least have one video for you guys tonight. But yeah, so we're just biding our time, trying not to get ourselves, you know, punched anymore, because we kind of need all the hit points we can get. And these guys are just staying on the backside of the ridgeline from us, and it's unfortunate, but that Arty behind us is also going to come in clutch. Between the Arty, me, and that T-57 Heavy, we're going to put in some serious work. So I come back over towards the middle here to see if I can help them. I can't. And then I'm like, okay, well, if I can't shoot the middle, and I know I can't shoot the right because I can't even see them, then we need to push the left. So once they get rid of that last guy over there, that T-57 got rid of him, Goomba, we're going to go ahead and push up. Now, initially we pushed to the river because I don't want to give myself a chance to get shot, and I want to be able to hit those guys on that ridge line over there that I know are there. Like, that is the Erlenberg strategy for that side of the map. Everybody just gets on that ridge line and waits for spotters, and so we're just waiting for our opportunity. But the problem is I've gotten down in here to see them, and the buildings are in the way. So that's not preferable. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't really do anything about those buildings. Those buildings don't break. I can't afford to waste any shells on them. But we've fired 4 shots and we've got 3 hits. So I think we're doing all right so far. So now I make the decision to go ahead and push left. We've got the T-57 Heavy there. He's doing the same thing I am. He's just pulling up in case anything is easy to hit. And we're just going to go ahead and swing all the way around. We've got the HMH M51. And we're going to just join up with him so that he gets a little bit of courage and pushes up. I don't really blame him for not pushing up. He's just a tier 8 medium tank, which is actually a tier 5 tank, right? I guess it could be tier 6, depending on which Sherman you got. So we're just going to push up. We're just, you know, there's nothing else I could say other than we're just going to push up, because our team is rapidly disappearing. And I may have taken too long to push up, and I'll explain. So I push up just in time. I'm trying not to get shot, so I'm trying to stay back. I want to be aimed in, and I know there's tank destroyers up there, but I can't see them. We know that there's heavy tanks in the middle of the map, so I don't want to put myself in a bad position and get shot. So I look over to see if I can see him. Sure enough, he's still behind a building from me, so I can't actually see the T-57. E4 is then on the ridgeline and then immediately backs off the ridgeline. And by the time I get aimed fully, it's just not worth the chance. Because if I screw the pooch and then I get detected, then I could be dead very quickly. The Death Star isn't known for bouncing a whole lot of rounds once it's spotted. You can bounce rounds, but they pretty much have to shoot your turret to do it. So the M51 is starting to push up. He's going to go ahead and try to get on that ridgeline. And I'm just going to stay a little bit further back and then follow him. So we've got one guy spotted up top, but we've got that T-57 down in the cap that I'm really wanting to get rid of, because I know how good a T-57 can be, especially when he can dump and then get back into cover. But the M51 is able to get shot, so that tells me that if I go up this way, I should be able to actually shoot him. So we're just going to take our time, get up here, aim the shot, and put the man down. And wait for it. Look at him. He's already, like, panic squeezing the trigger. And shot out. Pow. 1,200 damage. Ouch. So we've got a Prot, we've got an E4. The Prot has skylined himself, so he's pretty much no threat. But that E4 is definitely going to be a threat. And we want to try to get away from being shot by him. Now this AMX is pushing us, and I know the moment I shoot this guy that E4 is going to push. So I delete him, 1,400 hit points, not even like remotely like worried. So then I push around the right side to keep away from the E4 so that he don't hit me, because I know that I can't take his shot. He's going to roll 750 almost every single time. So I get out of the way of him, and unfortunately our M51 didn't do the same thing. Then I get shot in the buttocks because there's a heavy tank, and because I know the E4 just fired, I'm going to take my time, aim the shot, and pow! 1649. That was our last paddle into the game, because we're about to be kablooied. But there's 4 tanks left, and I'm trying to use these tanks as cover, but, you know, he has a turret, and that doesn't end well for me. But he goes down. Now, the T-57 is going to say sorry, and, you know, that's not preferable, don't get me wrong, but he's going to make up for it. He's going to do everything he can to try to preserve some sort of win for us, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So there's 4 minutes left, there's 4 of them and 1 of him. If you are the enemy in this situation, drive everybody to the cap, start capping. You force his hand, he has to engage you all at once. Especially if you know that the guy is an autoloader. Now, he has done a remarkable job of maintaining his hit points. He has 1,800 hit points, and he's going to need every last one of them. So, keep all of that in mind. So, if you're the enemy, go to the cap with everybody you've got. 3 of them will count towards the cap. You can send a flanker around if you've got a medium, which they have a T-69. Not really known for being a flanker. But, for the rest of us, if you're in the cap with everybody, that means there's only going to be a little over a minute to fully cap the match. And that's what they should have done. Now, they send 2 people to the cap. And Goomba is starting to pull away. He knows the last spotted location of the T-69 is behind him at the castle slash the hills where I was sniping from initially. So he's going to push down to the ridgeline, which gets him as far away from that guy as possible, plus puts obstacles between him and that guy. Very good play. He also gets into a spot where he can shoot at the guys on the cap. And this Conqueror goes down with 1 shot. Now that should mean he's got 3 more rounds. He knows 1 more guy is in the cap at minimum. So, where is the E4? That's the most dangerous guy. The ISU-130, not really that dangerous. T-69, not really that dangerous. The T-69 will struggle to pin this guy. And, yeah, so he turns around and tries to catch the T-69 slipping. Wait for it. Come on. T-69 goes down. And that just leaves the ISU-130 and the E4. Now, one of them is in the cap. And he just got hit for 900 from his left, so that would be the E4. So the one in the cap has to be the ISU-130. So instead of confronting an E4 where an E4 can fall back and get into cover after shooting you, he makes another good play. He goes right down to the river again, and sure enough, spots the ISU-130. Now, an ISU-130 isn't known for having much armor, so he bounces the first shot off of the side scraper and then puts him down with the second. Now, I told him to go ahead and dump his mag because that E4 is not going to really push him really quickly. Now, technically, we just won the match with that. This match would end with us winning, I believe, or it would be a draw because it's an encounter. I don't remember how exactly the logic works now. But right now, it's a tie ball game with the exception that the E4 we know has less hit points than the T-57. T-57's got to be about loaded by now, if he's not already loaded. He pulls forward, spots the E4, runs into the building on accident, which could have been a disaster. But he's got 900 hit points left, which means he can take another hit from that E4. So he's got 4 shots to the E4's 1 to kill that E4, which means all you got to do is roll around the corner. And sure enough, catches him broadside on it, puts him down for the clutch and the win, and I believe a Top Gun medal for him. We end up with three kills, 6 hits. What do we got? 6,700 damage, made 30,000 silver firing nothing but Hesh in a Death Star. He gets 5 kills, 4,200 damage, and the Bat Chat already gets 5 kills with 4,500 damage. So between the 3 of us, we get 13 kills. Not bad. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.